A state rep is in some hot water for attacking Anglo Democrats in an email.
Yeah, this is all about the email Representative Miguel Garcia sent out backing two roundhouse candidates from Valencia County. In that email that we got a hold of, Garcia goes after their primary opponents, Teresa Smith de Sharif and Jim Danner, and he writes, I quote here, "A minority of unsuspecting Democratic leaders are supporting the Democratic Anglo newcomer opponents in Andrews and Frank's primary races. Anglo Democrats with egos as big as Texas, mouths as big as the Grand Canyon, and much green moolah from the East and the West Coast." Well, those comments drew fire from House Speaker Ken Martinez, while one of the men Garcia was trying to support, Frank Otero, condemned the comments as well.
Especially the racial comments. I just don't believe in that. My grandmother was half Hispanic and half Anglo, and some of those comments are offensive even to my family.
I just don't like kind of a race to raise its head as one of the issues you should vote one way or another.
Mr. Garcia tells us the email wasn't meant for the media and wouldn't say anything more about it. An organization that helps people with developmental disabilities is going to have to repay the state thousands of dollars, all because of missing paperwork. The Attorney General's Medicaid Fraud Unit found Los Lunas Community Program failed to properly document $500,000 in services. That's $500,000. The AG's office says this was not a case of Medicaid fraud, but the group still has to pay the money back anyway.
My Medicaid unit continues to work on assuring that all of the providers that provide services under Medicaid are, that we're looking over their shoulder and making sure that they're doing everything right.
The health department says a new oversight process will help make sure this does not happen again. Elizabeth.
South Valley Elementary School is open again this morning after thieves caused it to close yesterday. Police say someone stole thousands of dollars worth of copper wire from Pajarito Elementary Monday night, cutting the power to the school. A dumb move because APS says the wires were hot with electricity flowing, which could have killed the thieves. About $10,000 worth of damage was done, possibly more.
This is the first time we've had to shut down a school because of a copper theft, and we hope it's the last time.
APS will be going over surveillance video. The electricity, as I mentioned, has been restored. This past Friday, just so you know, some thieves also hit up Griegos Elementary. School resource officers are coming back to Portales schools. The school board has come to an agreement with the Portales Police Department to put officers back on campus. This comes 3 years after a school resource officer, Victor Castillo, was arrested for allegedly having a sexual relationship with a 16-year-old student. School officials say they haven't had any SROs because there hasn't been enough funding. The superintendent says a video camera will be installed in the new resource officer's office.
A pediatrician who is facing child porn charges is out of jail this morning. Dr. Juan Eduardo Torres Santos was a practicing pediatrician in Pennsylvania and Texas and was waiting for his green card so he could start seeing patients here in New Mexico. Investigators say he downloaded child porn onto his laptop at his home here in Northeast Albuquerque. Torres Santos says he was watching it as, quote, research to help tell if kids had been abused. Detectives disagree. Well, police in Albuquerque are warning people about an online scheme this morning. They say fake companies are posting work-from-home jobs. The companies send packages with expensive electronics for you to inspect. Then you ship that stuff to a foreign country. Investigators say the electronics were paid for with stolen credit card numbers. They know of 2 cases in Albuquerque where women got cheated. And by the time investigators figure out who is responsible, they say the folks behind this are gone.
Many people believe because these job postings are being placed on reputable sites such as Craigslist and Monster.com, they don't question all this, all the interactions that they're having.
Investigators say follow the old adage, if you're looking for a job and it sounds too good to be true, well, it probably is. Well, 5:36, flags will be flying at half-staff in Farmington later this week to remember a man who served as one of the nation's Navajo code talkers. Tom Jones Jr. died Monday following a battle with pneumonia. He was a Marine from 1943 to 1945. He was a messenger for the 3rd Division and among the Navajo code talker platoons based at Camp Pendleton. Mr. Jones is remembered as a simple and a caring man. His funeral services are set for Saturday. He was 89 years old. All right, 5:36, a thief manages to slip past an elaborate home security system, pulling off a $10,000 jewelry heist up in Santa Fe.
However, apparently he still managed to leave plenty of evidence for police. The video shows the suspect looking for a way into the home and doesn't seem to realize that there are cameras everywhere. He eventually gets in. The homeowners think the guy got through a back door. What was really scary, though, is that one person was home at the time.
What's scary about this is she was inside the home when it was burglarized.
Yeah, I just said that. Well, police say the woman who lives in the home was getting ready for work upstairs while the thief was downstairs cleaning out her jewelry boxes. Cameras caught him leaving his DNA behind. He is seen picking up a bottle at one point, and that bottle is now being tested. Take a good look at the video here. Maybe you can identify him. The homeowner is offering up a $500 reward to help catch the man, and that is in addition to the $1,000 reward by Crime Stoppers.